And
Let's make it roll.
yes, mate.
Casting couch side.
I mean, been called worse things, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you have. I'm pretty sure I have by my mum as well. Christ almighty. Mate, first round of qualifiers done. How'd it go? How's things?
Yeah, man. It's that same emotion. I'm sure everyone that's listening and competes in CrossFit goes through that dread before the workouts come, and then you always. I don't know about you, but I always look at the ones where I'm like, oh, I've already beat myself on that one.
Yeah.
And then once you get past it, like, well, if that's gonna be one worse one, then the other two have got to be better. So you're like, right, I'll definitely smash them too. But it was just, it's the most enjoyable round of WODs I've done in quite some
Really?
time. Yeah, like it was, like especially with coaching, I've been getting off like Amanda and that, who I know I called her Snow White last time, and it was a bit of a joke, but she's absolute like she prepared us really well for it, and yeah, it was nice to see the development in myself, like because it's like your competitions, your benchmarks. Like we always try and beat our PBs, but you don't know until you're actually in a competition just how far you can push yourself. And like there was a video that has had quite a few views of mine and Amanda's where it was just like a 10-second snip of her just shouting at me, like, don't stop. I'll tell you now, at the time, I absolutely hated it, but she's found that button in me where it's like, yeah, she gets me to the right level where I'm like, right, just keep going. And I thought that was my best one. And then Tim was saying that you had on the other day as well, that Amanda made him redo his. She did it to me 3 times, I think. And in one of the days I did it, I did three wads in one day, and she wanted me to do four, and I was just like, I physically can't give any more at this point. But it's nice to know you can get there in a comp, and yeah, then wads definitely brought out. But then give me that drive to keep going in more competitions. Because I'm like, whatever I thought was my best, I can beat it. You just need to find that sweet spot and get to it in it.
Yeah, 100%, man. It's also nice to know that your coach gives a shit about the outcome for you.
Yeah, 100%.
You
Like
know,
I've had some great coaches. Like yeah, like guys, the box I go to around here, CrossFit. Funny fact, he's but Amanda really has. She's taken me. I feel like she's taken me up to another level. And like I say, she definitely cares. Like she's now got a squad of 5, 6 of us, and she's putting days on for like the future generations. Like you might have seen it, and anyone that hasn't, please have a look at Amanda's page. But she's like doing events for dwarf and short stature athletes, and
mm,
they're growing month by month. Like we had the last one, I think there was uh, 6 or 7, 8 maybe youngsters that in 5, 10 years time are just going to be the future of that division. And like she's helping to grow that, and like to be a short stature athlete, seeing someone do that for your division, it sort of drives you on to like, well, I need to. I don't want to say be a role model because that's the wrong thing. It's like I need to show these kids and show Amanda that work's paying off, so it gives you that extra drive to push yourself, knowing that there's a bit more at stake. But yeah, credit to Amanda for what she's doing. Like CrossFit short stature is going to benefit for years from what she's doing right now. So yeah, fair play to her.
it shows people give a shit, right? Like rather
Yeah, yeah,
than coming out and be like, well, you're in high school, nobody cares, you know,
yeah,
nobody cares about you, dude. Like everybody's like just towering over you, literally,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it's like it's over. We can do very few things in
Mhm.
life, and I'm like, well, no, there are some folk out there that give a shit, and there
Yeah,
is opportunities that hopefully rather is now a crack. We're gonna shove something in there, ply it, open it, and it's now going to be a little bit more space, and we
yeah,
can
100%.
highlight of like, all right, sound like, you know, there's going to be some hell of a lot of fit athletes out there, mate.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. Like it's like every division, like you've seen in every adapted division, not just short stature. The floodgates are. It feels like the floodgates are, if they've not burst, are at that point. And I think it's just because you can see the workouts are truly adaptive. So how do I say this? You're going to look different doing what you're doing anyway, but you're not being judged for it because it's all adapted to you. So you're
Yeah,
just doing your best to anyone that's competing against you. he's going to look like you, feel like you, and do the movements like you. So in that sense, you're not different. And I think that's where the adaptive divisions are getting it spawned and realizing that they need to be truly adaptive in their workouts. And you're getting people and coaches and athletes taking part. And like with Carl Lennon adapts all or nothing, who's doing the comp in 18th of June.
Yeah.
He's adapting his workouts and his planning of comps that we'll talk about later on in the year and that. And it's just great to see that there's people out there that give a shit.
100%.
And it inspires you then to want to I don't want to say you don't want to take the rewards, but you want to be part of that journey to help other people. And I think that's what CrossFit's about. It's not about personal rewards. It's plenty of personal sacrifice, the training, the food, which is horrendous, and all that. But the rewards are shared by everyone, and it's massive.
Yeah, dude, such a, I think it's a physical representation of poetry. It's everybody's emotions kind of come together, right? And then inevitably you have to say fuck it and start writing something down and doing the action, doing something about it, right? And I think that the more youngsters we can get in, the more individuals we can get in to just, hey, let's just throw this thing down. Let's just do some CrossFit, whether it's in a box, whether it's in a competition, then we have to accommodate and we have to adapt more.
Yeah.
So more coaches out there have now got to think a little bit outside the box, rather than like, I'm only going to open a gym for athletes. All right. I'm only going to open a gym for athletes between the ages of 21 to 25 who are 6 foot to 6'2". It's like, well, okay, great. You're going to be really good at that specific niche, right? CrossFit is specializing in the unspecialized, right? Like we should be able to do everything. So we should also be able to coach and somewhat program for everything. And I think it gives us that opportunity to be able to do so, right? Rather than we have a competition and then, oh yeah, we got one short stature athlete, or we got one athlete who's seated and we got one hard of hearing athlete. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. So we got the comp and maybe we need to adapt a couple of things. Yeah, they can tag on the side. It's like, oh shit, we got 40 guys, we got 40 ladies. I was like, oh shit, okay, now we need to adapt everything. I was like, sound. Now the competition is basically written for them. It's not scaling for the best. Oh, it's not what is it? Program for the best, scale for the rest. It's not like programming for bloody Rich Froning, an able-bodied athlete, and then be like, oh, everyone else can just fucking figure it out. It's like, no. Some things are going to have to change, man. And that's just the nature of the beast. But
the standards have got to change. If you're doing fully adapted, you've got to change the standard. Like I say, if me and you going up against each other, it's like, right, you've got to do 30 snatches at 45 kg.
Yeah,
you can scale it down. You can scale it down, and I do it at 25. It's like, yeah, but you're not. All you're doing is changing the weight.
Yeah,
you're not changing the movement. You're not changing the standards. Like, it's not we can do, but like some of the movements like muscle ups and throwing the wall ball and all that. And it's just, I think in a weird way, I see CrossFit like the average girls in dodgeball. Like you said, they had it spot on. Like, you care to everyone, you're doing it the right way, and you're going to reap the benefits of it.
Yeah.
And the beauty of CrossFit is you don't need that much equipment either, so it makes sense that the people can adapt it. So then it's an attitude thing, and those that are adapting, it's just spot on, fair play to them. Like, they're making a difference. Like you see online, like you see, like especially on Instagram, all the profiles growing of all the adaptive athletes, and just positive representation, and that's just what anyone wants. And to see that in CrossFit, like you say, it's just it's epic.
Right, that was a really good analogy, man. Using the fucking average Joe gyms, baby.
Anyway, shout out to average Joes.
I mean, that's what CrossFit is, right? We're kind of the renegades that think we should help this meat sack that we're attached to, right? We should probably help this body and mind also attached to it as well, called the neck. We should probably do something that's going to be beneficial towards it. But we don't want to be doing, bicep curls and incline walking on a treadmill. We don't want to go be doing other things, Pilates and stuff. It's like we kind of like to crush ourselves in the face. you know?
Yeah, see what you made of, innit? Like you push
See what you
yourself
made of,
to
mate.
limits. Like we've spoke about it many times when we're speaking about before we come on. Like the biggest thing for CrossFit, like yeah, if you stick it and you train all the time and do all the diet, and you're gonna look amazing, but it's a mental health side of things. Like
Oh yeah.
just like I said to you, I've said before, and I've said to Amanda, I hate rest weeks because
Yeah.
rest weeks is like we've said, and I'm sure other people suffer from it and have suffered from it. But that's when, for me, the boredom kicks in because I'm resting and you're watching the same rubbish on TV and you're scrolling on your phone, and then you start having thoughts. Whereas when you're doing CrossFit, it's just I don't think about anything apart from I need to get this bar above my head, or I need to get it onto my shoulders, or what was it I got told last week by Amanda, or that was it, I had my knees out, and you just forget about everything, and then your body does what it does, it kicks in endorphins, and after it's like, yeah, I'm fine. I feel on top of the world. Like I'll tend to do my workouts before work in the morning, so I'll get up at like 5 o'clock and I'll convert my garage since last spoke into a bit of a gym because it's easy to stumble out of bed and go to your garage. So I'll do them like 5 o'clock, and then that sets me up for the day. Whereas the days when I've not done the gym in the morning, like you could, I don't know if you're the same or anyone else's, but I feel lazy as soon as I wake up because I've not done the workout, and because I feel lazy because I've not woke up, I'm then in a bad mood, and then it's just like, well, I'm in a bad mood, or because I've not done the gym, but I can't do it because or whatever. And yeah, CrossFit is just the biggest mental health boost I think anyone, or I know certainly I benefit from, like just in the confidence knowing that your limits are your limits because you're setting them. Just push through it, and there'll always be a day where you'll be better than what you are today. And don't want to sound philosophical or sad or whatever, but I just mean that in the sense of if you do a PB, you know at some point you're going to beat that PB. So just apply that to your mental situation. Like if you're not feeling well or you're feeling down, same as a PB, you'll be better tomorrow, the day after, or whatever. And just I've just learned so many lessons from CrossFit, and that I apply to myself and my mental health. I think the two, like you said before, and several guests have said, they become one in the same. And you've got to stick at it to, well, let's say fix it, but make things better and improve yourself. And like you said, if we can give voices to people like that and put ourselves out there, then yeah, it's worth doing it.
It's fucking it will fucking hell, man. It's so cool for myself to see people hit that realization, dude. You know,
Yeah,
like, yeah, man. It's been a long time. It's been a long time telling gym owners, telling fellow coaches, telling people of like, hey, this physical mental health thing is probably connected. I'm
yeah,
blonde and I'm fucking northern and I don't know how. And I don't have a degree, so I can't quote a fucking study and I can't give you the piece of literature that's going to prove it. But I have seen people, you know, and there's been quite a fucking few of them. And
mm,
they've all been different shapes and sizes from different nationalities, different abilities. It don't matter. And it's like, it either goes up or down.
mm,
You know, the mental health either goes up or down. And this is before terms of mental health bloody existed, mate, or at least were widestream,
mm,
you know. So hearing people come to that realization on their own and feel it, you know, which is a stronger emotion rather than knowing it, right? Sometimes we got to feel it. We're human beings, we're dumb. Sometimes we just got to
mm.
feel it. We got to feel the taste of that failure so we don't do it again, right? We know it's probably a
Yeah,
bad thing, but we need to feel
yeah,
that it's a bad thing.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
same
yeah,
goes to the good one, right? Someone, yeah, man, I mean, it's just like last night. Last night we had a fight gone bad style workout, right? So 5 stations for those individuals that don't really know it. 5 stations, 1 minute on each one. You know, 1 minute of rest after each 5 station. After the 5 stations, so 6 in total.
mm. Right, okay,
Three rounds, and you're just gonna go hard as nails, man. I'm gonna give you all the grenade. I'm gonna take the pin out, and let's just fucking see what happens.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of it. You know, like red line round one and fucking burn the house down, man, and see what happens. You
But mate,
know,
they're the worst. They're the worst ones, the most satisfying ones.
most
Like,
satisfying, right? But
yeah,
I got everybody outside when they finished, right? And don't get me wrong, they're all like laid out, passed out. It's like let the bodies hit the floor. That was last night, mate. You know, and yeah, okay, you had a couple of minutes. You know, everybody got a fist bump, high five. Well done, we got through it. Yeah, yeah. Right, everybody outside, get some fucking fresh air. Yeah, sound. It's like, guys, you might not have realized this, and it might be subconscious, but you have just learned how to deal with stress.
yeah,
Like, stress is going to be out there. It's going to slap you in the fucking face, and we like to call it anxiety. It gives you a shitload of it. You have just learned how
yeah.
to deal with it because you've had my fucking sorry blonde ass shouting in your damn face for the past 18 minutes, right? And you've able to push through mentally. You know, your brain did not break. It was your body saying, yo, I got no more reps in me, mate. You know, and you've just
Yeah.
proved to yourself that you can hold on. And
You've always got one more rep in you.
yeah, mate, come on.
Always got one more rep in you.
It's one more.
Amanda's teaching me that, and I hate it when, it sounds like you're exactly the same. But yeah, when you could just behind you going, go on, like, go on. Just like, yeah, I swear I've died sometimes on doing some of them. But 5 minutes later, you get up and crack on in it. You're walking about, you're
If
fine.
it's a set of 20, you don't need to do 20. You just need to do one more.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
every time
yeah.
you've done it, you need to tell yourself, I can do one more.
Yeah, you do one more, but no matter what you do, everyone's going to high five you afterwards. And I think that's where the positivity comes in from mental health because people might say they don't want the affection of others, but we're human beings, we're social animals, and you want a bit of, everyone likes a bit of gratitude, and you get that in CrossFit. Like, someone comes to you like, yeah, mate, well done, you smashed it. And you're like, oh, yeah, cool, I did all right, didn't I? Or you'll get that, someone will give you a smile, like, oh, you're doing really, you're looking good, or you're doing well. And then you're obviously going to be like, yeah, yeah, I'm not too bad, doing too bad in life. Like Tim was mentioning it about his dog and wagging his tail, and like, get affection from his dog, you get affection from people. We all want it, and CrossFit gives you it. So yeah, obviously they're both going to be linked, but again, same as you, don't have a degree in that kind of stuff, but just yeah,
Couple of northerners talking out their ass, mate, you know?
yeah. But there's that thing in it, like there's that saying in a walk a mile in someone's shoes, and I think people try to do that, but like you say, unless you've been through it, I don't think you ever truly appreciate how good it is for you.
Yeah, man. Like
But
you just need to watch people, but you need to watch
yeah,
people over
100%.
time, you
Yeah,
know, because some fucking hell, if you're a fly on the wall and sometimes you hit the wrong class and you're like, you lot hate each other. I was like, yeah, for this 60 minutes we do, yeah. You know, it's like
yeah,
because I'm trying to make them do something that they don't want to do, and I'm stripping down how they're moving. And they've had a shit day, and it's just like it's a bit of friction going on. It's like that's okay. I still love you. I'll see you tomorrow. You know, and we try again. But if you see the
yeah,
progression over a 6 month period, you know, and a
yeah.
year, a 3 month period, whatever the fuck it is, some sort of time, you're like,
It's people finding the buttons though, isn't it? Because everyone wants to encourage you. Like we're all
mm,
competitive and want to beat each other, but you also want to see everyone else improving.
mm,
And part of that is just finding, well, it's becoming friends, isn't it? Finding what clicks and that. Like I know now what to say to Amanda to really wind her up, but equally she knows what buttons to push for me to get me to do that extra cals on the ski and
yeah,
increase my reps and all that. And me and Tim have grown a great relationship over the last few months. And yeah, he's a northerner, but he's an American. Like he's
yeah,
definitely one of us. Like he's got the same level of banter and
great guy, man.
yeah. But we both look out for each other. So having someone that's the same as me going through the journey, or already been through the journey, like fittest, 2 times fittest, world's fittest dwarf, like he's a great mentor to have. And I found out a lot in CrossFit, like no one is ever shy about what they're doing. It's not like, well, I've got this secret protein shake I have, and I'm not going to tell you, and I've got the secret technique for lifting extra. Everyone's like, right, no, well, if I do this helps me. It might not help you, but let me show you. And Tim's been very much like that. So I've learned a lot from him, and equally we've warmed each other up, but we've looked out for each other because them days where, like I said, when I had my rest week, I was, if you knew me, you could tell I wasn't happy. Well, I was just bored. So he messaged me, he's like, "You all right, brother? Like, is everything cool? Do we need to talk?" And yeah, we just chatted and having that as well. And like I say, looking out for each other, which people do in CrossFit. Like I've not been to my box for a while because I was just training from home and doing the program and the competition stuff, like competition specific. And several of them messaged me going, "You all right, mate? We're not seeing you for a while." And it's nice, isn't it? It's what everyone should do. Like you all need to check in on people. So yeah, it's cool.
100%, man. You know what message I got yesterday? I got a missed call, right, from a good friend of mine. And I flicked him a text was saying, "Yo, good man, like you need anything?" He was like, "Yeah, I just not heard from you in a while. Thought I'd give you a call." I was just like,
Yeah,
fuck, man. We don't get those types of messages many anytime,
no,
They're few and far between and they mean so much.
yeah,
That
yeah,
that community, let's be
yeah,
honest, it can be built outside of a CrossFit gym. You know,
yeah, 100%.
the beauty of a CrossFit gym is you're getting a group of people together, you're dousing them with a little bit of adversity, and then usually you built like a brother and a sisterhood together, right? And of just like, oh, we got through that together in the same room, even though we're
Yeah.
doing like slightly different stuff, even if it's fucking scaled to shit, it doesn't matter. Like
Mhm.
you've got through it, right? And like, well, yeah, we got through it. I was like, yeah, that's awesome. Next thing you know, your best mates, there's a best man at your wedding, there's a maid of honor,
Yeah,
there's your moving house, you ring someone up, yep, cool, they're there in a pinch and they're helping you out, and you're like, yeah, it's people first, man. Like you
yeah, yeah.
give a shit about them, they'll go a bloody fucking mile for you, man.
Pay it forward, isn't it?
Pay it forward, bro.
Like I only learned that saying 4 or 5 years ago, but yeah, the more you see it, it works, and it's such a nice thing to do for people. Just pay it forward, be nice. You don't see someone's being nice, be nice, and it's a butterfly effect and a ripple effect, and it spreads outwards.
Mm.
And yeah, like I said, to get their messages or to send their messages, I think either way, it works, and it's nice you had people reach out and say I'm here, and it's nice to see.
Fuck
And I
yeah,
think the
dude.
more you look for it, the more you see. And instead of everything being negative all of a sudden, like in the world, there's plenty of shit going on. But the more positivity you look for, the more you see, and it spreads. And if you're a part of that, it's just going to be a continuous improvement for everyone.
Yeah, and I think people also need to realize that the accountability is in your hands.
Yeah,
Like the internet is a beautiful thing. We're able to connect with people all over the damn world, right? And you
yeah,
can
yeah,
find your people that you probably never would have bumped into before. Like 100
yeah,
years ago, you never would have seen this person you wouldn't even know they existed, right? And they could be your best friend. They could be a fucking soulmate if you believe in that. They could be anything, right? Like
yeah.
those people that deserve to be in that inner circle, that real tight knit group. It's
Mhm.
no longer bound by where we grew up, right?
Yeah.
Like your
Uh,
best mate could be fucking Cambodian. It doesn't matter. It could be somewhere completely different, and the accountability is in our hands. It's either going to be good or bad. We can't just sit
yeah,
around with our thumb in our ass watching bloody Netflix, and been like, oh, look at the world. It's like, bitch, what the fuck are you doing?
yeah. Just get on with it.
What are you doing to
Yeah,
contribute to it? Because
yeah, yeah,
everybody's an observer these days, man. Everyone sits down and they just watch and then like point fingers. I was like, yeah, but what did you do? What did you do? He's
yeah,
like, oh, you voted. Congratulations, you voted. So you gave the power to somebody else. Okay, great. And now you just sat around and complained. Like you can do something. You can go to the gym. You can go
yeah,
for a walk. You can say hello to the fucking barista that makes you flat white in the morning. You can be a joker. You can change who you are. That's what we're supposed to be able to do, man. Change, adapt,
yeah.
grow,
Yeah.
try something out.
Once you become an adult, then it's down to you, and it to be to be the change you want to be and see. And like I say, I think any to be fair, we talk a lot about CrossFit because that's just our passion. But anyone that has any kind of hobby, like
Mm.
if I'm watching TV, I love watching like people that have some kind of thing that they're passionate about. So I don't mind. I've watched Bake Off, I've watched the Pottery Throwdown or whatever. It's like Forged in Fire. Just seeing someone that's dedicating themselves to a hobby, like you can just see people that have a drive they just look a lot happier, and it comes across in anything you do. And I think, like you say, people can change. I'm not saying, yeah, you have to go out and go to the gym if that's not for you, fine, but find a hobby, find something just to take your mind away from the fake world of everyone living by swimming pools and showing how happy they are and baby celebrations every week and whatever. Just get out there and create your own little world, innit?
Yeah, man, it's the little things, man. They make you
Yeah.
feel fulfilled.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, fulfillment is that feeling that you can't quite replicate. You know, those instant pleasures, man, that definitely us lads that we love to chase. You know, those instant pleasures, whether it's, you know, another beer, whether it's a fucking another takeout, whether it's jerking off, you know, it's that instant gratification, right? That instant pleasure. And you're like, and then what? What, bro?
Yeah.
What after that, mate? And then the next thing you know, now you need 2, and then you need 3, and then you need 4, and it just doesn't fully stop, mate. It's like a dog with a bone, you know. So we got to find something that gives us some sort of fulfillment.
Yeah, some get up and go in it.
And get up and go, mate. Mate, do you have a favorite quote?
It's not so much of a quote, more of like a mantra that I kind of live by.
Lay it on me.
And it's the no such thing as normal.
Ooh.
Like one of the big things like I hated growing up, but looking back on it, it sort of made me who I am. Besides my parents, I was always told I wasn't normal. Then it's like, yeah, but no one is. Like, there's not everyone in the world. You won't have a normal. You'll have an average, but you won't have something that could be defined as normal. So, like, one of my pet peeves is when people are like, oh, well, yeah, my mate, they're normal. Well, what do you mean normal?
Yeah.
Like, so for me, I've always been a big advocate of people should say average, and it's not one of these things where I'm saying ban the word or whatever. I'm just saying that when it's applied to people, if you're saying someone's normal, then you're implying that there's other people that are subnormal. Whereas if you say people are average, then it's the similar meaning, but it lessens it, if you know what I mean. Like, there's going to be people that aren't average, and that's just how it is. I'm one of them. But you're at least not saying I'm not normal. Like, it might just be my thing, but it's one of them things, and I think that's what sort of makes me go out there and prove that. Well, you're all going to have these expectations of what normal is. I'm going to prove that I can do whatever normal is, even I'm a dwarf. So it's sort of a double-edged sword for me, but yeah, that one.
Say the quote again for me.
No such thing as normal.
Yeah, dude, I couldn't agree more, man. You know, it's like when someone says, you know, they're crazy. You know, everybody's fucking crazy. You know, I'm weird. Everybody's fucking weird. Everyone's got something that's a little bit off. You know, if you look at it from your perspective, you're gonna be like, that is fucking weird, man. Like, that is some weird ass shit right there. And then they're gonna look at it of like, yeah, well, that's normal for me because it's now a habit that I've created. You know, and it's part of my personality. And they're gonna look at something in your way, in their perspective, and be like, that's some fucking weird shit.
Yeah.
Like, yes, that's the thing. We're supposed to find our thing and then do them.
Embrace it, yeah.
That's all it is. Embrace it.
And then it's down to everyone else to understand your view. Like, even if they don't agree with it, it's down to everyone else to at least understand it so they can empathize and support you how they can.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I kind of got a thing of, if you have the right to have an opinion of what I'm doing, then I also reserve the right to not give a fuck about your opinion.
Yeah. I respect you have an opinion, but if it's going to impact me and your view on what I do, then I have the right to not listen to it. But I respect your right to have it.
100%, man. Do your thing. You know, I think we've lost the ability to two adults come together of conflicting opinions and have a discussion and a debate and agree to disagree at the end of it and be like, you know what, you made some good points. I saw a different side. You know, I'm actually going to have changed slightly on my opinion on some things. from both perspectives. Thank you very much. High five. See you tomorrow.
Yeah,
Rather than like, no, you don't believe exactly what I believe. You're a fucking bad person. Now we're in an argument. I was like, we don't need to argue. You can just talk, and be like, oh, wow. Well, you were born in Northern Alaska. Your view on the world is going to be slightly different to someone born in
yeah.
Central Manchester. Please tell me about it. Whatever it is, right?
Well, do you not think you learned that from? I'm sure you've had it in coaching, and I know Amanda's definitely had it with me. But when you'll probably get some stubborn prick like myself, who'll be like, "Well, I disagree with that." But then over time, you learn. I learned that. Well, Amanda's got her view, and it's a lot more educated than what mine is because she's a coach. I'm just the idiot that's doing the workout, and then because of that, I might not like what she's saying, but I respect it, so I'll just be like, yeah. But like you say, at the end of the day, it's shake hands, walk away. And I think I've started to apply skills more and more towards day to day life. Where I don't like to argue with people. Some mates might disagree with that, but I always like to try and see other people's view. And even if you don't agree, then like you say, have a drink, high five, walk
Yeah.
away. And I think that's what people need to realize. You don't have to agree with everything, but you do have to respect the other person's opinion and where they're coming from, because their situation, their upbringing, or whatever has impacted that view just as it has yours.
Yeah, for sure. Like
So just being able to have a discussion.
I like to ask questions first.
Yeah,
So I kind of got a rule that, yeah, we all trip up on our own rules, but I got a rule for myself of like, I need to understand your perspective first, especially when I'm coaching,
yeah,
I mean, it could be as simple as, how did it feel? Put the onus on them, make
yeah,
them independent individuals. How did it feel? Blah, blah, blah. And then maybe that's going to change what I was going to say. They could say, actually, my shoulder hurts when I do that. And I was like, oh, I was going to say that you move great. Cool. Now we need to change some things,
yeah, yeah,
and we're not going to know until we ask. Communication is quite key, man.
yeah, 100%. And that's what getting away from getting out there, doing hobbies and that, you're going to learn that communication because you're going to be off your phones and be from behind keyboard and back out in the world. And yeah, it's developing them skills again, isn't it?
100%.
So, yeah, big one.
Mate, when are we going to hit a beer, though?
Mate, when are you back in England yet?
I'm back in it. No, it'll be end of year, Christmas time, mate. Fucking even better
Yeah, man.
Christmas markets, man.
Yeah, Sam. Yeah, well, whenever be back, come over because I'm sure Amanda will put a session on for us, which you'll absolutely love, mate, because she's not
Yeah,
all brutal.
yeah, probably going to be
No, yeah,
nasty, mate.
whenever because the gym that Amanda works out of, and got to give a shout out to Chris and all his team at CrossFit Clitheroe because he's an absolute ledge.
No,
So
man.
that'll be over your neck of woods. So I'll just go over there and we'll meet up and smash the Christmas markets. Well over that, mate.
Fucking hell, man.
That'd be
Every
great.
year.
That'd be a great way. That'd be a great way to end the year.
Oh, I love that place, man. I love
Yeah, man,
that
let's do it.
place. Every year I spend too much money. I go
Yeah,
back
let's do
and
it.
like I've had like 3 sets of tea. I've done the Yorkshire pudding with all the whole fucking 9 yards in it as a wrap.
Yes, mate.
I've now done a hot dog. I then go back and get some poutine. Then I do some pizza, and then I've like done 10 beers. It's just like, oh, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, I'm a dog in that place, mate. I can't stop.
Mate, sounds like a good day. Let's do it. But yeah, as soon as you're open, mate, you know I'm coming for a drink with you.
Yeah, mate, sounds good.
It's gonna be good.
Brother, is there
Be good.
anyone else you want to give a shout out? We got to give a shout out to Amanda. Amanda Wolfpack, great. Is that that's the Instagram handle?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah. Or if you go on mine, Brits First CrossFit Dwarf hyphens in between, you'll see it because Amanda's tagged in most of my stuff. But yeah, I'll just, especially because it's coming up soon, I will just give a shout out to Carl Lenhan again and all his team. If anyone is around Southern Quad 18th of June, come down and watch. It's free. Free to watch, free to support. There's a few big sponsors there that I'm going to be cheeky and shout out. So we've got Nocco going, Krieger Bags, Born Primitive, Anatomical Concept, and Crazy Strength. So, mate, the event's going to be huge.
Look at you.
Mate, like so many different workouts and all that. So it's going to be 4 WODs in one day, which is going to mean death on the floor, but got to give it a go, innit?
Entertaining, mate.
But yeah, like I said, Amanda, shout out. I do. We'll just say to Tim again, congrats, mate, on being 2 times fittest, short stature. One of these days I'll get it off you, but for now, enjoy it.
Oh, man.
But yeah, man, it's just, yeah, it's a lot of fun. And mate, shout out to you, innit? Like, your podcasts are hitting so many people and helping so many people. So,
No, I give
yeah,
up.
mate, just, I appreciate it. Like, second time I'll come on, we'll up every time.
Man.
Yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, man, because you're helping so many people and raising so much